Hey guys, this is Sam Helix. Today we're going to talk about how to prepare your track to be mastered by a professional. We're back. Damn, it's been a while. It's been a few months. I moved into a new place, so things may look a little bit different. That's why there weren't that many videos, or not any, lately, but yeah, what can you say? We got some awesome stuff coming. So today we have another one of our 5-minute master classes. If you guys haven't seen the other ones, it's just a 5-minute video where I really quickly explain something about the music industry, music production, something like that to get you going with music production. So before we begin, if you like this content, please subscribe to my channel, click on the bell to get notifications whenever I make a new video, and yeah, let's get going. Okay, so here's the thing. You made an awesome track. You made a killer, let's just say you made a banger of a song, but it doesn't sound as loud or as professional as the rest of all the songs out there. This can mean two things. The first thing being your mix is not quite there yet. And the second reason could be, and this is the most common one, is that your master is not really on a professional level. And this is where the problem comes in. Mastering is so different from mixing and creating a track. And this is why most people have their tracks mastered by a professional mastering engineer, because they trained years for that stuff. And this can really help pushing your song to the next level, make it get signed by labels and stuff. So it's kind of an important step. Now in a future video, I will show you what I do to pre-master a track, so just so I can compare it to other tracks, but it's not my final master. I always have my master done by a professional. And this is just to easily appeal to record labels and stuff. Now here's a disclaimer. You only want to have your tracks professionally mastered if you're 100% sure that it's a good track, so that it's gonna be able to get signed with a label. Otherwise, you're just wasting money, in my opinion. So really make sure that your friends all think, or like other producers think it's a good track, that the mix is good. This is because a good master cannot fix a track that is not properly mixed. So let's jump into FL Studio, and I'm gonna show you what I do to prepare my tracks to be mastered. Okay, so here we are in FL Studio. This is a little song I made for fun a long time ago. It's called Sam Holo. Let's say I would want to send this track to a mastering service. What you gotta do is quite easy, actually. The first thing you want to do is, of course, that your mix is clean and that it's, that it's the track you want, because a mastering engineer, typically they don't really like going over new versions of the track, mastering again and again and again. They just want to do it one time. That's the final version. You're done. And also, depending on the mastering engineer, they're going to give you a few different files. So sometimes for every single streaming platform, a different master. But it all depends on your mastering engineer, and feel free to pick whoever you like. And there's a lot of like online mastering engineers as well, or a lot of websites where you can just order a master. But the nice thing about having a mastering engineer is that they're going to always ask you a certain thing. They're going to always ask you to at least make sure you have 3 to 6 decibels of headroom. And I'm going to show you exactly what that is about. So here we have our mixer. Cleaned this track up real nice. Yeah, the track is all mixed. It sounds like this. So on this master, I already have some plugins, as you can see. I have Endless Smile. Yeah, so first of all, I got Endless Smile. Oh, look at that sad face. Everyone knows this plugin gives your build up the extra, air, reverb, like a little bit of a extra impact in your drop. So I got that on. We got to take that off. So we got to just make sure we don't have that effect anymore. Either delete it or deactivate it right here with this green little knob. Doesn't really matter. Other than that, I got my gain plugin. So this gain plugin makes it so that in the drops it's louder than in the breaks, and in the build up it goes even less loud, and then your drop has more impact. I'm going to show you that in a later 5-minute masterclass, like I said, where I'm going to do a master myself just to get the same feeling as a professional track. And other than that, I got Ozone on it. Ozone's a really awesome plugin. If you don't know what it is, I use it for all my masters. I use this when I master a track, and I do master tracks for other people, but when I send my own track, I always send it to a mastering engineer, because they have a fresh ear. They have never heard the song before, so they're going to actually know what is going on or what is wrong that can still be fixed in the master. This plugin, and especially the maximizer, make sure that the track is at 0 dB. Look at this. If I take this off, I already made sure that it's between -3 and -6 dB. You can see it here on the left in the master. So just always make sure that all your effects are disabled right before you send it to a mastering engineer. Why? Because a mastering engineer is going to do the exact same thing. He's going to add these things that give it more power and more energy, and later on you can put the gain and the endless smile on it yourself after it's mastered anyway, if you want to. So always make sure that your track is between 3 and or -3 and -6 decibels. That way you know for sure that your mastering engineer cannot screw up. It's never going to sound like it's clipping because it's not already super loud. So let's say you already mixed your track and it is not between -3 and -6. What do you do then? I can show you what to do in FL. I don't know how this works in other DAWs, but there's probably a similar option. So let's say you mix your whole track and you're very happy with your mix, but it goes to +3 dB. It's clipping, especially if you put the master on like this. See, it doesn't sound good. It sounds like it's clipping. So what do you do here? So what you can actually do in FL Studio is you can hold control and drag over your entire mixer. That way when you then adjust your volume to go down, they all go down according to what you already had. So then you just drag it down and you look at the master again. You're like, still too loud. Select them all. There we go. So now it's between -3 and -6. We can send it over to our mastering engineer. When you get it back from the mastering engineer, it's going to sound nice and loud, and you can do the volume automations and such again if you want to. The second thing I would like to teach you today is that you kind of always want to have a reference track. With a reference track, I do not mean a track that sounds the same, but a track that has the same elements and the same energy as you want to have in your master. If you do that, the mastering engineer can actually kind of look at the different tracks, see what frequencies there are in there, see how loud it is, look at the energy, and then they can kind of match that kind of energy for your track so it sounds even better and more like you want it. If you don't send a reference track, they're just going to do something that they think sound good, and it may turn out great, but it also may not turn out exactly how you want it. So always try to get a reference track that has the same kind of energy, same kind of elements, you know. This one has sharp chords and a sharp bass. Try to find a track that sounds similar, and then you're always going to have a nice master, and you're always going to be happy with the results from your mastering engineer. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like, comment. Also comment what you want to see in the next 5-minute masterclass so I can make a video about that. Let me know what you want to learn. And the links to my Discord and Patreon are also down below in the description. So if you're interested in that, feel free to check it out. And I'll see you guys in the next one.